We fail. 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron episode. Have to look at my screen. 584. I'm Brian Kilby. I was not here last week, thanks to Jason and crew for filling in.
You weren't here, thanks to Jason? What did he do to you?
And how can we get him to do that more often?
Actually, it was a really good show. I only had a couple complaints from one person, and
what'd I do?
No, it's fine. We lose Don. We lost.
Yeah, looks like
no. I'm right here.
Hey, we lost your video.
No, I asked him to turn his video off. Like, we don't need to see you, Don.
Okay.
So that's fine. That's fine. I took my shirt off because it's hot in here anyway. So it works out well.
Thank God the video's off.
So one of the reasons I wasn't here, I had a major computer crash last week, and I just reinstalled Windows, so I'm assuming nothing's going to work. So hopefully you're hearing this, and this may not get posted until like 2035, something like that. But
did you reinstall Windows 98? Because that's what Don would have done.
Windows 98 unfortunately doesn't.
I wish I could use Windows 98.
Better than this. Brother's in the middle of building a computer to run Windows 95 so he can run some older games.
Oh my God! Nice.
DOSBox.
He doesn't like to use DOSBox because he doesn't know all the commands reflexively like he does with actual DOS.
Okay.
Yes. And he had like 2/3 of an old computer laying around, so that is his current project.
I mean, yeah, or I would just use, speaking of box, VirtualBox. It's free.
Basically, the point is Rob's brother needs to be kept busy at all times or else he will literally destroy the world.
Okay. Ooh, he could run VirtualBox and then have DOSBox running in VirtualBox.
On some level that would actually appeal to him, probably.
Yeah. Hey, but with me this week it's Chris, Diecast. We've heard from Jason, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Rob. We've heard from Don.
Hello.
And hey, John just joined us.
Yo. Hey, John.
Yo.
Hey. So hopefully, one,
coming in hot.
A little bit. Yeah. Hopefully, one, my computer will hold out, and two, my voice will hold out. I just
wait. Don's getting attacked by Massey. So.
No, he's just mad because I'm haven't opened up the window to let all the road noises in 50 feet out that direction.
No, he's probably mad because you took your shirt off, Don.
Lungs will hold up, so we'll see. Hey, actually, speaking of, I was at Sheetz today, and they had like caffeine inhalers, like Diecast has. And they also had melatonin inhalers too. So, like, are you supposed to take the caffeine inhaler when you get up, then the melatonin when you go to bed?
I guess.
Ooh, a melatonin inhaler. That sounds good.
Oh, Rob,
I really need that though. I can go to sleep like that.
In our personal chat here, Rob just had the best suggestion ever for whenever we do a Patreon, which would be a a shirtless Massey attack. That would be amazing.
Y'all can't handle these guns.
I've seen those guns, Don. I'm pretty sure.
Almost all of us.
Yeah, all of us have seen Don without his shirt on.
No. I've erased it from my memory. Stop it.
Oh yeah. Oh, the hot tub. So, I miss conventions. I miss BotCon. Gosh, it's unfortunate.
I miss the activities around BotCon a little more than I miss BotCon as an institution.
Yeah. And hopefully TFcon next year will go south again.
Yeah,
that's a bad way to phrase that, Brian.
Oh well, not that way. Not that way. So I'm doing a real quick check. So I'm killing time.
Meanwhile, I'm killing Jason tonight.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Can I say I just got really excited because I saw the shirt ideas we listed in the show notes. And I thought it was the new shirts that were out, and I got all excited. But we do have some awesome shirts at tfradio.net/shirts.
That's exactly what I was killing time for. I saw in the show notes. I'm like, oh, here are all the shirts we suggested. Oh, John said that he submitted a new design or two, and I was just checking to see if they were there. So they're not yet. So an orange one, John, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
That was easy.
So about the
I think that'd be easier just reversing colors, right?
The redeco, if you will.
Yes,
right?
the redeco.
It's very G2 that way.
Squeezing everything I can out of that t-shirt mold.
Okay, well, for the orange version, can you somehow do it as like chrome, or since it is G2, some kind of maybe a foil chrome lettering?
I don't think that's something.
Yeah, it's not an option, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. TFradio.net /shirts.
Yeah, the shirts and stuff that have the like sequin stuff on there where you like can reverse the color by running your hand over it. We need to find somebody to make us stuff with that on it.
The kids love that stuff. I can't they want to buy everything that's like that. It's ridiculous. Hey, actually, I guess speaking of buying stuff, did anybody get anything this week? And I want to start off, which I did. Because I completely forgot about this. I suppressed the memory. So, I've been really down on Cyberverse. I've been talking smack about it, even though I haven't bought any, because, for whatever reason, inexorably, Cyberverse, to me, is just an extension of Authentics. Yes. And, honestly, when you hold them in your hand, like Authentics, I'm like, oh god, these are horrible. And they feel gross, in the sense that they feel really cheap. And it's almost like it's almost like a knockoff, and I worry that like where it came from and if it's been sanitized, and I want to wash my hands because it feels so bad.
I have the Megatron in my hand right now. I know how you feel. The small one.
Yeah, for Authentics. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, Cyberverse can be the same way. So no, I bought my first Cyberverse figures. I got Grimlock, the small Grimlock. I guess there's no big Grimlock. I got the small Megatron. And then the $30 price point Megatron. The little ones, the ones are like $8. They are perfectly fine toys for kids. Like Grimlock, sorry, bumped the Grimlock against the microphone. Grimlock, he transforms by his head flipping out. So basically Grimlock in T-Rex mode is just Grimlock in robot mode with a tail and a dinosaur head. Really simplistic. Megatron in tank mode is Megatron laying down, and so sitting down with his legs basically as tank treads, and he can flail his arms around. Super simplistic, but you know what? They feel okay, and they look okay. So I said, okay, I'll buy the $30 price point Megatron because I like the looks of it. And yes, I like the looks of it. And that's about as far as I'll go. So this is it's not the kiddie line, because the lowest level line, I guess, is still the Rescue Bot stuff. This is one step up, and yes, transformations are simplistic, but they're inelegant. So for example, Megatron, to get the tank into to get the treads, basically the leg transforms the same way. Basically there's this a hinge, and part of the leg pops out and connects to a tab. But to do that, the shoulders basically have to be just right. So it was really frustrating actually to get his legs to tab into place. And it's really, really inelegant. So in pre-show, I was talking to Chris about it, and he had the best analogy. So I said that, not to say G1's better, but G1, for the most part, had really simple, elegant transformations that were kid-friendly. And I pointed out Hot Rod. Hot Rod's the example I always go to. The legs slide in and out, the arms pop in and out. And he pointed out, it's basically, the Spy Changers are basically small versions of Hot Rod, and he's exactly right. I love simplistic Transformers. I really do. But I love simplistic Transformers that are fun to transform and fun to fiddle with. This is not that. There's like a little gimmick that you can press the side here, and the cannon pops out a little bit. Of course, unless you actually touch his legs, then they collapse on each other. But it's not worth $30, and it's not the toy that your kid wants. Your kid wants something better. If you have like a small kid who's like 5 or 6, maybe 7, the lowest price point is probably fine. Haven't bought one of the mid-range price points yet. I guess I will, but skip the $30 toy. It's not bad. It's just not good.
I'll be able to give you a 3-year-old's review of it soon. So
for this $30 Megatron, I can't see a 3-year-old enjoying this, because I mean, like if I just basically touch it, like if I just want to hold it, it pops off. Like naturally, you kind of want to hold it here at the front, and the tab pops loose, and that's just, it's frustrating. If it didn't have that, if it connected better in the back, it would be fine. The transformation would still be frustrating because you have to have the shoulders just so, but I like the look of it, but that's about as far as I'll go. So that's I don't think I got. Oh yeah, Diecast sent me our thank you again to Hasbro. He sent me the Bumblebee Volume 1 set, the Retro Rock Garage. Haven't had a chance to play with it, but that came today. Got it quick.
He sent you most of it.
Mine. Yeah, I sent you most of it.
Minus a gun. That's cool.
Minus a gun.
I'll see you. We'll you said you'll drive down and deliver it, so.
Yeah.
It's only, 8 hours? Something like that?
Yeah, 8 hours, 15 minutes, I think.
It's not bad. It's not a bad
it's I mean, it's a weekend.
Hey, it is a weekend. We could hang out one weekend. We could we could actually meet halfway and meet like at Don's, which is not halfway for you, but
I'm sure Don would love that.
He would.
Mm-hmm.
He would. So Diecast just updating our show notes. He says Diecast did, and is like, yes, he did. So what did you get, Diecast?
Okay. What I actually got.
He got hosed.
We'll get to that. I got the Transformers Volume 1 tapes and Bumblebee. Just came in today from Hasbro. They shipped it really quick.
From Hasbro Toy Shop?
Yeah, Hasbro Toy Shop. And of course, they're still not packaging it that well, so it came a little bit damaged. But
that's a great thing to be doing with SDCC exclusives.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone...
This was their packaging. It doesn't even have any air in it. It's just the...
Whoops.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So...
Well, that's a deflating experience.
They're getting a little bit better. They used to have nothing, and now at least they put that in there. I also got this Matrix ring, which I believe is the same ring that Eric has. It's custom made, and it took I ordered it about 2 months ago. So it's really, really nice. And Eric has no color on his because I think he went in the ocean with it and all the gold plating came off. But, I'm just going to be careful and not wear it in the shower or stuff like that. And then I also said I would talk about my box of Taobao that should have been here. I promised a couple people on Twitter. Last time this happened, and the tracking didn't update for over a week, which is what happened now. That usually means it got sent to the wrong customs warehouse, and when that happens and it goes to the wrong customs warehouse, they don't have the customs paperwork for it, the correct paperwork, so it all gets destroyed, basically. So I had Fans Toys Dracula, which is their mind wipe, that Lost Planet little Omega Supreme, and my upgrade kits, my Perfect Effects upgrade kits for the Dinobots combiner.
That sounds expensive.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and it's a big. If you ever have anything lost by the transportation company when it's coming from Taobao, the transportation company will refund you up to 2,000 yuan, but you have to have an Alipay account that's verified. You can't have an Alipay account that's verified if you're US, if you live in the US, because they want either a Chinese passport or a Chinese bank account. So you have to find someone in China that you can get the money refunded to that's going to be nice enough to actually take the refund and then allow you to use, either give it back to you or allow you to use it at their store.
Could you write someone a polite letter?
I could try.
Yeah.
Maybe
stop using Taobao.
Take more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you maybe stop using Taobao and
it is one of the risks of using Taobao, and a lot of the times, and I tell everyone this, when you pre-order on Taobao, you don't pay as much as if you didn't pre-order. Everyone gets a pre-order discount. That's why I like to pre-order stuff at Taobao, because you're automatically going to pay less than what it's supposed to be when it comes out.
You just run the risk of not getting it at all.
Well, now the problem is, even if I get the refund, now I'm going to have to pay full price for everything because it's no longer a pre-order. So that's another sucky thing about when your stuff gets lost from Taobao. which I said, I've done lots of orders, and this is only the second time in about a year and a half that it's happened.
Less than that, I think. I think last time was only maybe 8 months
8
ago.
months ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was back in November. It was with the G2 Devastator and a couple other things. So that was a big loss. And that package was actually over 2,000 yuan. So I didn't even get all my money back when the shipping company refunded me.
Boo.
So, Taobao is definitely a risky thing. And like I said last week, if you're a mint box, all the boxes come crushed. I mean, it's very rare I don't get a box that's crushed by the time it gets to here from Taobao. So
Blade Raider in the chat asks, would Google Translate change a polite letter into an insulting one?
Yeah, in effect, probably
no, that's Babelfish.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely.
So that's what happens with Taobao.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to use Taobao. I'm good. Yeah, okay, cool. Anybody else? Anybody? Matt?
I got Lego Voltron.
Oh, jealous.
He's pretty awesome.
I saw that. What's the name of the brick company that's the Chinese knockoff? Laypin, yeah. Laypin. They're doing a KO of that Voltron. I saw the solicitation for it the other day.
Yeah, I haven't built any of it yet. But,
well, John, you're building the Voltron, right? How's it going so far?
He's done. He's awesome.
Is it amazing? Okay.
Nice. It's amazing.
Like he's got some instructions.
Oh my god!
Wow. It's fun. Yeah, it took me 2 weeks. I did it leisurely over 2 weeks. That's the best way to build a Lego set.
Ready to form?
Oh yeah.
The one thing I really miss about working my radio shift was having like 12 hours of just solitary time on Sundays to like build stuff or read trade paperbacks and stuff like that. I think I built a master grade Gundam. I think I got it all done on one shift once. Yeah. Cool. Jason?
Yeah. This is actually something I got like a couple weeks ago and I forgot. Walmart was clearancing out the RID, the Combiner Force activators, and they had the Soundwave, which I like the Warrior class Soundwave a lot, and it comes with a Laserbeak.
Oh yeah.
Which goes really well with the Warrior class. I don't have the Soundwave because it's upstairs because my son is obviously enjoying that toy. But and they were on clearance for $5. So I got a Laserbeak for $5, and he's absolutely worth $5. He looks perfect with the Warrior.
Yeah, that looks like a really good Laserbeak.
Yeah, it probably doesn't show up that great on camera, but yeah, he's a nice little figure, and he fits in well. So yeah, I'm happy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I got that on clearance at Target.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so like I said, I think they were like $20 before, but for $5, basically, to go with my RID Warrior Soundwave, yeah, I'm good with that. So other than that, that's it. I'm looking at stuff. Hopefully stuff starts coming in like a Nova Star. Maybe I'll find this weekend, but we'll see.
I doubt I'll look for anything. Rob?
New dryer.
New dryer. Got it. Awesome. John?
Nothing.
Nothing. Don?
Yes, I got two things. Went to Target after the reset. Checked out all the clearance stuff. Picked up the Strong Prime, the RID crash combiners, for $4.48. I think I paid about $6 too much. But I'll be honest, the combined mode is kind of growing on me. I mean, it's, you really don't have much posability, and that's it. But combined, it's not a bad little figure to sit on the shelf. It's not great, but at least I've got one of that. And the other thing I picked up was from ages 3 and up. They had the TFcon Thunder Primorian, which is the Machine Wars Optimus Prime redeco of Thunder Clash, who was a remold and redeco of Tarn or Coulter. So I've got this, and I've got the Thunder Clash mold. So I'm pretty good on this mold now. But it's nice seeing a Machine Wars Optimus with the green arms and the all the basic Machine Wars now.
Yeah, good luck with that. Ooh, is that Massey? Massey's going to attack?
Yeah, no, he's just mad the window's not up.
Okay, so let's jump to This Week in History. 2014, the Q Transformers Mystery of Convoy Returns game is released for iOS in Japan. So, yeah. Was there any way to play that here?
Don't believe so.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so basically it was kind of, was it a redo of the Mystery of Convoy, but done with new graphics?
It was one of those endless runner kind of games, I think.
Yeah. Kind of in the style of Mystery of Convoy.
Which is not a good game, of course.
No.
I'm pretty sure that one was too. I know that you can get, if you can figure out how to extract the APK files for Android, you can install stuff, but I don't know how iOS works. I remember watching videos of it, but I don't remember that it made much of a splash. I mean, Transformers mobile games in general, they come and they go. Mm-hmm. The last couple have been the most long-lived. Yeah. But one of the reasons I haven't gotten into them is because I'm like, okay, how much longer until you guys shut your doors?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I don't want to get in. Sitting there, I realized that I didn't have a single game on my phone, which I was incredibly bored because there was hardly any internet. I can just never get into them because I'm always afraid. Always afraid. But better news, 1992, which was 26 years ago, the Headmasters episode, The Evil Meteor, airs in Malaysia. Anybody remember this episode? I had to review it recently for the What's Happened to the Headmasters podcast, which I do have 3 episodes in the can for.
Excellent.
Yes, so I need to post.
Of course, he's had those 3 episodes in the can for 6 months now.
2 months. Thank you. 3. Yeah, that's it's a pretty terrible episode.
Figures.
But it gave you so many wonderful memes that you keep quoting no matter how much I ask you to stop.
No, that's life can be sacrificed for peace on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh.
That you're thinking of.
Yeah.
They're all bad. They just blend together.
Yeah. Which episode is it that has the magnetic bug? I like that one better. Is it called the magnetic bug? I forget.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, such.
I distinctly remember that one from What's Happened to the Headmaster.
Yeah, such a great episode. So, but yeah, so 26 years ago this week. So that was the Malaysian viewing version of it. So the original version would have been 87.
Yeah.
So God, over 30 years ago.
We're old.
Yeah. Okay. Hashtag old. So let's jump into the news. It's been slow for the last few weeks, which is good.
Typical post SDCC period.
Yeah, because we had some huge weeks, so it's good to just sort of come down and not have to worry about.
Wait, not really typical. I mean, last year we had the leaks right about now.
That's true.
Okay, that was a thing blip. For 1 week.
Actually, it's really for a day, because you may or may not have been asked to take that news down.
Yeah.
Immediately
after. Almost universally, you were asked to take that news down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel there's still a way to see some stuff about it. I feel.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have all the files still. So.
No, you don't. So Novastar is hitting retail in the U.S. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that just shows the end of the line is near.
Well, yes, since that's literally the last retail toy for the line.
Yes.
How depressing.
So it's not that the end of the line is near, it's that the end of the line is here.
That too.
Very similar, different continent.
It's not here because I checked and didn't find any, so...
So, that's the last deluxe. So the wave... Because I have yet to find Optimal Optimus.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah.
Although that has been out in Canada, I think, so that has hit retail somewhere.
Mine came from Taobao.
Oh, you got that box.
Yeah, this box came. But it's crushed, so, that's...
What was the last line that was this short? Was it, Reveal the
Power
Shield?
Combiners?
I think Reveal the Shield was... I feel like Power Core Combiners may have felt like it has more figures. I know it didn't, but it really...
For the Decepticons?
I mean, okay, so it's hard to call that since Hunt for the Decepticons was a rebranding of the same, like, post-movie line, though.
I guess Power Core Combiners. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
probably. Because Power Core Combiners was 3-ish waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a great line it was.
Yeah.
I love those toys. But yeah, just too bad we didn't get more. So, if you want your Nova Star, which I know you do, she...
Go to Walmart.
Yeah. Brave your local Walmart.
I haven't had a lot of direct information on this, but from at least a couple of the reports, it seems like it might be packed 2 per case. So it's not going to be a huge mad dash to try to find those.
Good.
It's not quite like Moonracer where it's 1 per set of 8 figures.
It's still maybe hard to get. Yeah.
I'm just hoping I don't get her and go, I got Moonracer instead.
So, well, it's not glad, Brian. Sorry.
No, I was going to say Studio Series Volkswagen Bumblebee. There's a gallery at TFormers from Uncle Tree Studio. Who is that?
I don't know.
I love the name.
The photos
good pictures,
look
though.
nice. Yeah, good pictures.
There's somewhere toward the end, it might be the very last picture, there's a side-by-side of that and the Camaro Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Which is very telling.
That's going to be a small toy.
Yeah, just wait for it. Just wait for it.
This might be
nice, though.
It does.
The only other Studio Series one I get.
Probably well, depends if I see that or Shadow Raider first.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really buying I'm not really buying Studio Series stuff. I've been buying the ones I want, and which is very few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Volkswagen Bumblebee in robot mode is about a head shorter than the Camaro Bumblebee, which was itself already quite a small deluxe.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Him and Jazz will look great next to each other.
It might still be taller than Jazz, I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, even the same character. Excuse me.
It feels bad when it's $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my mind, though, his character seems more meek in this movie, less warrior-like. Even though he was a bloodthirsty killing machine during World War II, but apparently we're supposed to ignore that. I'm certain that'll be reconciled. I
mean the Bumblebee movie is set in 1986, so technically that didn't happen yet because the movie that says that happened came out in 2016
That's
or
awesome.
2017.
Bad logic.
Yeah.
It's perfect movie logic.
It's perfect logic for these movies.
Uh-huh.
There's also on TFormers, we have linked a video that shows the transformation. There's a little bit of it that's similar to the Camaro Bumblebee, but it's also doing some different stuff too. So we can rule out like 1-to-1 shared engineering, like between the classic Camaro and the the Last Night Deluxe, and also rule out any remold thoughts.
Hey, so the movie takes place in 86, yet there is at least a single, the cassette of Never Gonna Give You Up, which came out in 87. Continuity error right there.
Hey, that song could just be for the trailer.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I'm certain they could do something like that. Not that it matters. Okay, so, but yeah, so we have photos of that. Oh, what else do we have? Lots of Bumblebee stuff. Movie Jeep mode confirmed, and first look at prop vehicle.
Yeah, so this is interesting. This is interesting. So in that first trailer, there was the one quick little shot of Bumblebee in robot mode where all the details were different and it looked like he was a Jeep, but nobody really said anything about that. Like there was no official acknowledgement. So then yesterday, this auction catalog came up, and it's got screen-used Bumblebee prop vehicle, which is a Jeep, and it describes it as being the first vehicle form Bumblebee has in the movie. Spoilers.
I don't like it.
So, after that, he switches to the Volkswagen body, so this will only be for a little bit. But it's just funny that, first real look or indication that this is a thing kind of came out of an auction catalog where somebody's selling off the screen-used prop car.
Yeah.
Before the movie even comes out.
So in The Last Night, he's a Nazi killing robot, but then he becomes a German Nazi era vehicle.
Well, he was a Volkswagen in Last Night too, right?
Was he? I don't remember.
Flashbacks from Last Night.
I think he was.
But he's a German vehicle. I guess he's in disguise and hiding out. And
well, that's how you get into the Nazis. You drive their vehicles.
There you go. Makes sense. I like that explanation. But yeah, the Jeep is a Jeep.
Yeah, it's a Jeep. It's a yellow Jeep.
You haven't been secreted away to the film set, have you? And you just can't tell us yet.
Well, no, I mean the filming happened all last year.
Yeah, I know.
Can't they just make that Hounds like in post and just paint it green?
Or swindle?
Oh, it can be swindle.
Yeah, you don't need to change the color then.
But yeah, I mean, but that's what I said. You weren't secreted away there, and you just can't tell us. Okay.
No comment.
No, I mean, well, okay, if you want, but the budget was so much smaller. I don't think they had the money to, be flying people all over the place this time.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just kind of amused at the pictures of this because, I mean, it's Willie's Jeep. It's incredibly simple. You could not hide a robot in there. There's no place.
Well, since it's magic pixie dust.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, is it a spoiler? It is a spoiler. I don't care. It's like the first minute. Apparently, the movie starts off on Cybertron, from what I read.
That's the rumor.
Yeah. So, we'll see apparently other quote-unquote G1 era bots, which, considering basically all of the first movie Autobots were G1 era bots, I don't know that is much of a spoiler. Yeah. Transformers Cyberverse teaser video featuring Windblade, Bumblebee, and Thundercracker. So I watched this. I really liked it. Really, really liked it up until the last 10 seconds. When when Thundercracker was trying to attack, and then he used his stinger just to freeze him. It just seemed kind of, I don't know. It was cutesy. Bumblebee doesn't remember anything, which we knew. That's the gist, basically. Windblade is trying to talk him through all this stuff to help kickstart his memory. I can see myself, though, getting really tired of that after one episode.
Yes, I found this to be quite bland.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I really like the look of it.
Yeah, and it's nice to not see, or to actually see frame, or not see frame rate. How's the best way to word that? I guess.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Compared to
what were you saying, Rob?
I was just going to say that I'm not prejudging the entire show by this, but in terms of selling me on the show, it just didn't do the trick.
I mean, it's the normal CGI thing, right? It's like what I didn't like about Prime, especially to begin with, how you have like one or two characters on screen and then a world of nothingness that's just basically a static background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when they did the new Looney Tunes show a few years ago and had the Coyote and Roadrunner shorts at the end. It's basically what that environment looked like.
Lunatics Unleashed?
No, Don.
What is? I don't even know what that is.
You don't want to.
Good.
Okay, good.
No, I mean, like, the art style of it, I could be interested in, but I don't like the way they've gone with the character models and the way they're animated exactly.
Yeah.
I'm splitting the hair quite a bit here, but, like, there's visual elements of this I like, but a lot of it I just don't.
Let's see here. So I want to answer a question in the chat that popped up early on. I forgot who it was, but they're like, "Why did you buy that?" Talking about this Cyberverse stuff. I mean, I'm Brian Kilby. Hi, I host Radio Free Cybertron, the original Transformers podcast. I've been doing this off and on since 1999. I buy Transformers. And that's what I do, and I talk about them. So, hey. So, with that being said, next item, Cyberverse. Hong Kong website reveals Cyberverse Warrior class Thundercracker.
Surprise?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
It's a Seeker repaint. Let's all be shocked.
Yeah. Like I said in the story, the most surprising thing is that Toys R Us is alive and well in Hong Kong, and that's where we found out about this figure.
Yeah. But I guess my point is, we are going to talk about Cyberverse, just like we talk typically about
joy.
Yeah, everything that pops up to some extent.
Except the machinima shows.
Yeah. We actually we didn't talk so much. Yeah, we didn't talk so much about Rescue Bots. But
no, we didn't. I mean, that's not something that was much in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think we should have talked more about it. But like a lot of news doesn't get funneled to us about Rescue Bots, and it doesn't get reported. And sometimes it's hard to talk about it unless you're actually going out and actively seeking out news on it. So, and you could make the argument that maybe we should, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So. But we're going to talk about Cyberverse, and I'm going to continue to buy toys, probably at this price point.
Well, till Siege comes out, and then you're going to focus on that probably.
No, I'll do both.
Yeah, I'll do both. I mean, it's like Robots in Disguise. I bought Robots in Disguise toys. I didn't buy them all. It's just I don't have space for everything, and I have to prioritize.
So he's making the sacrifice of Studio Series to support Cyberverse.
I'm not going to argue against that. If you had to ask me, do I prefer Cyberverse or a bunch of movie designs that I don't like? I prefer Cyberverse. So not that I hate not that I hate all movie designs, and if the engineering's good, but like that Bumblebee toy, But Thundercracker was good. Other toys are good. Just I didn't want that one. So moving along. Leaked from Cybertron, new behind-the-scenes video shows off concept art for Power of the Primes Rodimus Prime. I'll be honest, I did not watch this video. So, I saw the art, but I didn't watch what it described. So, what was the thought process with this? Was he going to be at one point a carrier, or what is this? Because in the picture we have Jazz attached. We have Starscream attached. We have a bunch of other Dreadwing attached. So what's the thought here?
A Starscream, incidentally, that is obviously a pre-tool for Starsaber. Basically, what this comes down to is it goes through all the various design concepts they had for the Rodimus Prime before they finalized everything, and basically what it comes down to is we tried all these cool things, but they weren't G1 enough, so we made Power of the Prime's leader Rodimus Prime instead.
Sadness. Makes me sad.
Makes a lot of us sad, especially that, Starscream. And that one thing worth noting, that is the jet thing attached to the front end of Rodimus in vehicle mode is the top half of the leader class Prima that was being tossed around as a remold from the Overlord mold family.
Oh, neat. Okay.
We saw the robot mode of that in a presentation sometime last year, I think it was.
I want to say New York Comic-Con or maybe HasCon.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen the vehicle mode for that. So
these Dinobots attached, it's just so weird.
It seems like there's 2 or 3 waves more worth of leaders for Power of the Primes, just sitting there designed that were supposed to happen.
Huh, weird.
Yeah. So we've gotten some Starsaber love over the last couple of years. We only really got 1, maybe 2 nods though at Star Convoy. I really want to get a bigger, more prominent nod to Star Convoy. I would love to have
something. How about a Grandis?
You could do Grandis. I mean, you could. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could do. There's very few things I could say that you can't do. I was about to say you couldn't do a Browning, but you could. You just couldn't do a straight up.
Browning is the little tank?
That would work. A little brown tank.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, you just couldn't do a gun Browning.
Yeah.
Have it mold share with Guzzle.
Yeah. So, Yeah. Man, I love these little nods, and we complain sometimes that they don't do new characters, because I personally do miss like new canon, new fiction, and everything. But
yeah,
I also.
I mean, I would be perfectly happy with new nods to underutilized characters as well, because they're practically new in some cases.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
That's what I loved about like Titan's Return, when we finally got a new twin twist and a top spin and trigger fire and misfire and slugslinger. That
was so great. That line was so great. So,
John's saying in our Skype chat he would take new characters in the G1 universe all day, and I absolutely agree.
Yes, yes.
Give me more Rooks and Alpha Bravos and even Off-Roads, I guess. I didn't really care about that. But still, I mean, more on that theme.
Give me more Rooks and fewer Drifts, please. And I'll be okay. MP43 Beast Wars Masterpiece Megatron 360-degree photos. Man, this is going to be great looking.
That's already great looking.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to transforming Dinobot. I haven't had time.
Fine.
No, like
you would just break it.
By all accounts, it's masterful in robot mode. I just abhor the beast mode.
You would just break it anyway.
Yeah, can we tell from these 360 pictures which part of Beast Wars Megatron will break when we try to transform that?
All of it.
Diecast, what are you going to break first?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find it, and then everyone will yell at me.
He'll like snap the dinosaur jaw off or something.
I've never seen so many people get upset that someone broke their own toy. It was almost like, I played with this and now I'm sending it to you. That's how angry these people were.
Which was worse? Which was worse, that or Kronos? When you burn Kronos on video?
Oh, I don't know. Dinobot. More people commented on Dinobot than anything.
Welcome to the internet, Diecast. We hope you survive the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any more subscribers from it?
Oh yeah.
Good. Good.
There you go.
Perfect.
That's what's important.
You should break toys on camera more often, I guess.
I guess. It's not like I really wanted to. I mean, it was an expensive toy.
Do it for the subs.
Yeah.
DNA Designs Predaking upgrade kit, final color photos. I don't know what I think.
We had a nice long discussion about it on There Goes My Money. So
yeah, you should listen to that show.
I like the sword.
Yeah, and
it looks like it tries to thicken up the waist, just not in a way that I particularly like.
Fair enough.
With like the Hasbro stuff at this scale, I can't say at this scale because that's not fair. Because at this scale, honestly, like a masterpiece style figure should have amazing articulated hands. But in my mind, this is a toy, and those really nice articulated hands sort of look weird. But I'm not hating on them. I just don't think they're necessary.
I kind of disagree, because Hasbro had to make sacrifices to get it at a particular price point. There's parts counts, there's all those things that we all talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, why can't this be better? Well, there's all those factors that we talk about. But third-party company goes in and says, okay, well, this is what they should have done better. This is what they should have done better. Let's do it. And there's people who want to upgrade their Predaking, which is me. I want to upgrade it and make it look better than it already is. I'm very happy with this upgrade kit. When this upgrade kit first came out and we talked about it, the first thing I said is they didn't do anything with the waist area. And now they added on, since we got those color photos, they added on those two guns that plug in on the side of the waist to kind of correct that. So I'm glad that they listened. It probably wasn't us, but they listened to someone that said, I can't believe you did an upgrade kit and didn't fix the waist area.
Yeah, so Diecast, I bet you can't wait to buy this off of Taobao and have the box get lost.
Yes, I can't wait. I already got it on pre-order.
Yeah, that giant wing pack makes Dive Bomb look even more ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
But, you win some, you lose some.
What do you mean by that, Matt? Look at that. That just looks perfectly natural.
He's like 4 times as wide as he is tall. It's fine.
He is a Matt, he is a beautiful butterfly. Leave him alone.
Hey, if you're watching Voltron on Netflix, you get used to big wings.
I'm way behind. I'm way behind.
Am I saying right that they gave Razor Claw an actual tail? That is an upgrade I appreciate.
Yeah, they did that so they'd have something to build the sword around.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sure, that was.
I never know how to pronounce this. Mastoys. Mastoys shows off Tyrant Throne prototype for MP36. It's beautiful. I'm not going to buy it, but that's love it.
Nice chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one on the props and stuff like you would do if you were doing a photo shoot. But if someone wanted to do a bridge of the Nemesis, that would make for a really great looking masterpiece.
That'd be very large and expensive at masterpiece scale.
Yeah. So Don, I love that idea. That's but the problem is
impractical.
We don't have the toys to support it right now because.
I'm just saying if you use Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker have been done. Soundwave's been done.
The Seekers would look ridiculous. Soundwave would be fine. Shockwave wouldn't be there.
He could be. Animation errors abound.
Yeah.
And you could
Bruticus could be there. Get your Combiner with Bruticus and stand that there. Then get a second Onslaught and have that standing next to that.
But the Onslaught would have to be the same size.
Yeah.
You'd get one of those third-party masterpiece scale Onslaughts and use that next to Combiner Wars Bruticus.
No,
okay, Don, you've convinced me. I want this masterpiece scale Nemesis bridge now.
Well, see, Toy Hacks has made backdrops. So the backdrop's in place, the chair's in place, and even though the Seekers may not be perfect, you could get it like a brick of cassettes so they can stand on them to make them taller if need be, whatever the case may be. But I'm saying, you could use a third-party reflector. You've got all the cassettes with Soundwave. You've got Megatron. So you could do a really nice Nemesis bridge.
Oh, no. I just got this image now of Starscream walking around the Nemesis with a step stool all the time so that anytime you need to stop and talk to someone, you can set that down and get up on top of it and be at eye level with them.
So while I was showing that photo of Megatron, I transformed Grimlock. That
must have taken forever.
Yeah, he is Grimlock with a dinosaur head. Actually, more like a lizard head and a impotent tail.
Anyway, as nice as that Masterpiece Megatron throne looks, I kind of hope they end up doing something for Beast Wars Megatron.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Could they do a masterpiece? Could they do a masterpiece Megatron throne that's made out of like the mangled corpses of Skids and Prowl and Trax from Triple Takeover?
Well, it wouldn't be for Megatron since it's from Triple Takeover. It'd have to be for.
Good point.
So wrong form.
But sure.
Wrong form. But what we need for Beast Megatron is we need somebody to knock this off and scale it up huge. Just so he can be sitting on it, so he looks like a 3-year-old on the throne.
Well, actually, I would like to see the Beast Wars Megatron one because then you could have maybe with the chair never really being seen that clear overall, you could sort of get by with a less detailed chair, but then you have the computer orb that
exactly.
Yeah, so that way you can look like he's looking at the orb to scan. To see the terrain and all that stuff. So the chair would be a little bit more simplified, but you could have, the orb and the scanner and stuff.
You're talking about Beast Wars. Matt, we're going to lose Matt.
Well, his internet's probably going to go at any point anyway, so it's not like we're hurting anything that's not already damaged.
I can ignore you. I do it all the time anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm aware. The alternative for Beast Wars Megatron too, if not the command chair thing, do his CR tank hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting.
Man, I just really want to watch Beast Wars now.
Well, you know where you can go to buy all of Beast Wars on DVD, Brian.
If I had to guess, I would say tfradio.net/Amazon.
You would be right. That's just one of the many fine products that you can buy on Amazon and, help send some support our way to keep the show running.
Yes. Hey, actually, I don't even know that I have all the Beast Wars stuff. I think I only have seasons 1 and 2. I need to fix that.
Yeah.
I had the Rhino set, but I sold it when the price went up. So, yeah, I need to correct that. I have the Shop Factory. I have, like, part of the Shop Factory now. TFradio.net/Amazon, you can buy a ton of stuff. Unfortunately, lately I've been buying candy. Because...
I mean, candy.
It's not Halloween yet.
But I've been really wanting some certain things.
You buy candy for other people.
Yeah.
Not for yourself.
We do still have the link to tfradio.net/Cadbury, don't we?
I'm afraid to see how much that would go for right now, but I'll check.
And one thing in the chat, just going back, Rodimus Supreme said he wants that Megatron chair as a real chair.
Hey, is it an Amazon plugged on?
Yeah,
no, so tfradio.net/Cadbury, $36 for 48 eggs, Don.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Please don't let anybody buy me another box. I'd super appreciate the first box, but I had to force myself to put it in the cabinet and only have one every other day or so.
So what did Rodimus Supreme say? I'm sorry. I was just trying to be a jerk.
He said he wanted the Megatron chair as a real chair, and I'm thinking of that full-scale replica they did of Kirk's chair a couple of years ago with the working panels on each side. Someone could actually do this as a real, like a swivel chair, so you could be Megatron sitting on his command chair.
That's awesome.
I think I'd rather have the Kirk chair.
Yeah,
yep.
Or a Picard chair, because that actually looks comfortable.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if they did a Picard chair, you could actually put tablets or something in the armrest and actually have functional panels.
My god!
And I could do the why the meme. I could just take pictures of myself doing it. So
and the face palm.
Yeah.
Actually, you could do a whole living room suit. Have the chairs, as the sofa kind of thing.
I've seen worse laid out living rooms than the bridge of the Galaxy class Enterprise. Honestly.
Yeah.
And you got that huge TV up front. I mean,
right?
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, all the chairs face it, so you're already 3 steps ahead right there.
Yeah, but Riker can't straddle those chairs, so they're not as cool by default.
Kim's going to divorce me if I broach this subject. Yeah. So, but yeah, tfradio.net/Amazon. It helps us out, blah, blah, blah. Also buy a shirt. John, why don't you tell us about some shirts?
Sure. Will do. So if you go to shirtsicle.com or if you go to our website, shirtsicle like popsicle, icicle, but shirt on a stick, you will find our t-shirt store. Also, if you go to our Twitter feed and scroll not too far back, you'll see lots of tweets and links to it. So shirtsicle.com/TFradio for 1, our website for 2. And you can shop, I think we're up to 10 designs. We're going to have a few more within a week and a half or so, I think. They've been submitted. But you can choose from the show logo for the big show that we're recording right now as we broadcast. You can choose from a Headmaster chest style gimmick. We even have a G2 flavored robot collector shirt, which is as a theme our number 1 selling shirts. Robot collector. We have a G1 style and G2 style. Shirtsicle.com is run by the people that do pro wrestling tees. They make truckloads of shirts for wrestling fans. They know what they're doing. Our shirts look and feel as good as they look on the website. That's not always the case with online shopping for clothes, as everybody knows. But it's true. And sizes are available in small to 5X, and you can even upgrade to a soft touch fabric, which feels even better than the regular fabric, but the regular fabric feels pretty good by itself. Go ahead. Yes, Brian.
I was going to say I have 1 in the soft and 2 in the not, and yes, the soft one feels noticeably better, but the standard fabric feels fine.
And the soft touch only costs you a few extra bones, so it's not bad. Your choice, guys and gals. Anyway. Go to shirtsicle.com/TFradio or our website. Here's the deal. If you buy a shirt, you'll look fantastic. You'll also support the show. So you'll get a fancy new shirt or 10, and you will support Brian Kilby's addiction to podcasting, which we've been helping fuel for the last 20 years, Brian.
Yeah, almost.
So anyway, shirtsickle.com/TFradio. Go. We promise you'll love it. No refunds directly from the show, though. However, read the fine print at shirtsickle.com. But we love you guys. Wear a shirt, support the show. I'm done, Brian.
Hey, also, I saw somebody tag us on Facebook a month or so ago, and I still need to respond to some emails about some shirt stuff. But they thought that Pro Wrestling Tees does our designs for us. And no, not true. The designs are done by that John D.
In-house. They take the designs from our in-house marketing agency, and then they put it on their shirts. We rely on each other's strengths.
Yes.
We draw pretty things, but they transform them, so to speak, into actual shirts. They do a good job at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, shirts. Hey, Rob, what's on the network this week?
2 new videos.
I mean, on TFormers. Gosh. I'm rusty. I've been gone a week.
No problem.
What's your excuse the rest of the time?
It's been a whole week since the last show is usually the excuse.
Okay, but yeah, we've got 2 new videos. I finally finished Power of the Primes Predaking. That is done. My thoughts on the combined figure and why it is like it is. That's up on TFormers right now. And Chris did a really nice video on how to preserve the packaging from both the SDCC 2018 sets.
Yes, and 90% of it was actually in frame too. I'm very pleased with that. So Blade Raider had a great idea here. Before we move on, he wants one of those stair lift chairs for the elderly, designed like the Beast Wars Megatron chair. I think that's just perfect.
The Kirk chair would be perfect for that too.
That's a little bulky to put on stairs.
Yeah,
I mean they can't use them. Might as well.
Yeah, that's
okay. You make a fair point.
Yeah, fair point. Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? There Goes My Money, episode 42. More fun than a barrel of primals. This week on There Goes My Money, we're back to tell you how to spend all your hard-earned money. There's Orange Constructor, a new-ish Masterpiece toy, and even a couple of Beast Formers to choose from. Then we dive into the world of Taobao to look at some of the upcoming items we just might be putting on our buy lists, when they're available somewhere other than Taobao. Only Diecast is crazy enough to buy from that site.
What a precognitive episode description that was.
Yeah.
I feel kind of brilliant. I feel kind of brilliant having written that now.
The prophecy is complete.
RPG Lessons Learned, episode 67. Lessons learned from Caleb Sunstead.
You can skip it, Don.
Okay, Caleb's West Marches campaign. On this episode of RPG Lessons Learned, Caleb from Sounds Like Crows podcast returns to discuss lessons learned from his West Marches campaign.
I assume that's Sunstead's.
I think so. I didn't ask him. I didn't actually talk to him.
Brian was off that episode.
I had no voice. So.
You must scream.
Yeah, I have no voice. And I must. Yeah, that's Harlan Ellison short story. I love that title. I always have. So, I'm sitting here transforming Cyberverse Megatron. It's such a simplistic toy.
Except it's still not suitable for children, apparently.
Well, I'm not saying it's not suitable. I'm saying I just don't think your kids would like it. Except now I don't remember. I can't get it.
Well, that really? Because, you're still playing with it, so...
Thanks, Matt.
Well, Brian's not as smart as the average child.
This is true. Can't get the head to come out now. I thought it was just... I thought it was on a spoon.
That's what she said?
Oh, God. Okay, so are we done?
I think we're done.
Follow us on Twitter at TF Radio and on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio. I'm on Twitter at BKilby and on Instagram at Brian Kilby. Rob Springer's at Rob Springer on Twitter and zonebase.org. And now I think his Twitter's actually, it's still the handle is at Rob Springer, but he's changed his name to zonebase.org. He's trying to brand it. He's getting it marketing down. So there you go. Chris is on the internet He's on Flickr at ChrisRTXV.
Yeah, I'm actually putting a few pictures up there again.
Diecast, how do people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me on Twitter at Diecast2 and on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast. And you can see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews.
Matt. Okay. At Melvar, 3L2Rs on Twitter. MELLLVARR. Jason.
At Jason S. Kirk on Twitter for as long as I'm on Twitter. Don't expect that to be much longer.
Really?
Really?
I would love to get rid of Facebook. I hate Facebook.
Tired of it. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think anyone still on Facebook is a masochist at this point.
I keep Facebook to post updates about the kids. God, I'm a parent now. To post updates about the kids and the cat, and that's it. So
that's probably the ideal use for Facebook.
So a listener messaged me. I accepted a friend request from a listener today. I actually had to block one listener last week. But yeah. So
that's why you had to accept another one. It has to be a feng shui.
There's a balance to this.
Alchemy.
I always accept friend. If you send me a friend request and your last name is Kilby and I'm assuming you're a relative, I usually don't accept it. But it's like if your profile picture is like a transformer or something, I accept it. But like I got a listener who hey listener, I forgot who it was right now. They sent me a friend request and they started messaging me on Facebook, and I just have to tell people I don't use Facebook Messenger. So you may or may not get a response from me because I hate Facebook. I hate it so much. And Twitter, I kind of like Twitter. It's kind of garbage.
It's a cesspool.
It's garbage.
I like Twitter a lot better than Facebook.
Yeah.
If I were more photogenic, I would like Instagram better, but I'm not. So
yeah.
So
I don't fully understand Instagram yet, and that may be my age showing, but
yeah, it might be. It might be. But yeah, so but for now we are still on Facebook and still on Twitter. Rob.
I'm on Twitter at Figure Reviewers and Flail-Throughs, also on YouTube at Flail-Throughs, where I'm still doing Gundam Battle Operation 2, which, again, seems to be going over really well, so. And, of course, the video reviews that Chris and I do can be found on YouTube at TFormers TV.
Cool. Don. I'm like, who's that missing there? But it's Don.
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC4EVR.
Excellent. And at TFYLP. Or not. Are you on TFYLP right now?
Right now,
yeah, that's it, I guess. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Bye. Thank you for watching.